then the jaundice, naninilaw sila, no? And then the eyes are getting red, and then they have the skin rashes. These are manifestations that they are probably having this leptospirosis. So, kailan ba yan mag-manifest?
Yes, leptospirosis usually come out 2 days to at least 4 weeks from the time they take that contaminated water or food or the mud that they step on during the typhoon or during the flood. Then after 2 weeks or after 4 weeks, when they are not treated well, they start to develop complications like a liver failure, a kidney failure, or meningitis. That usually takes another 3 to 4 weeks to treat. And if left untreated, it might take several months before the patient will either die or spontaneously improve.
Yeah, I know that. I've heard about leptospirosis. This is really a very threatening disease, no? But Doc, most of them were, I would say most of those, or all of those who got involved or exposed in the flood and exposed in the mud could potentially be having problems, you know, because...
That is the reason why I'm here. I wanted to warn those children who play and wade in the mud, or those who were walking through the to the deep waters of the flood without any proper protection like shoes, boots to wear, or even if they had everything, if the water reaches up to the level of their chest, this leptospira, the organism that causes it, can enter through the eyes, through the nose, through the mouth, and even through the genitalia.
Yeah.
So, and especially those people with wounds, this water, the way they waded at, wherein those animals urinated, say these dogs, cats, rodents, animals like pigs and cattle, it's all mixed up with the dirty water, and for sure, within 2 days to 4 days, 4 weeks, symptoms will start to occur. And at this stage now, I know that if you go to this health center, to these evacuation centers, a lot of people now are showing signs of having leptospirosis.
So what can we tell, because not everybody could be reached out immediately by either the private individuals or private institutions like Rotary or even the government. So for individuals who got exposed to this flood and this mud, what would you recommend, Doc, to do? Right?
First of all, the Rotary now is having a lot of scheduled medical missions.
Wow.
And our intention now is to give doses of doxycycline or penicillin. This is a way to prevent the occurrence or the aggravation of the leptospirosis that they are presently having. And of course, we want to give hydrants like, for instance, Pedialyte or oral hydrides. We want to, because most of those people who suffer from leptospirosis have dehydration.
Dehydration.
Yes, we have to treat them immediately. Once they have this doxycycline, which is the best medicine for leptospirosis, I think we will save a lot of people from having the complications that could lead to death. So
this is what our district will do with you is
yes.
spearheading it, because
yes.
your club, you're all doctors like.
Yes, in my club we have 17 doctors and we are all ready to serve, and we are stockpiling our finances to help buy the doxycycline, and through the assistance of the governor's disaster relief fund, we might be able to save a lot of lives by giving them the necessary medications to combat leptospirosis, cholera, dysentery, and even dengue, which is also possible because of the receding water. The mosquitoes again will start to breed, and we will have another onset of dengue fever.
Right. So this is really something that's very alarming, that everybody has to be concerned. No, not only for Rotarians, but everybody actually, for that matter. I mean, not everybody could be immediately reached out, but I would suggest maybe we could tell those viewers who may not have access immediately to mga free medications,
yes,
to go and see their doctors or their health centers.
Yeah, they can see any doctor, but most of all, I would like to tell to the public that when they wade through the waters or through the mud, they have to wear boots or shoes or slippers, because we do not know if this mud is contaminated already with urine of animals that had leptospirosis. Also, I am also warning people like those who walk through the waters of the floods. make sure that they have no wounds, an open wound, because that will also trigger the onset of leptospirosis.
Yeah, when you mean open wounds in their feet, it could even be a simple blister.
Of
It could
course.
be a simple, ano ba yun, mga fungi.
Yes.
Pwede na rin yan pasukan.
Yes, even without any wound.
Even without
any
any
wound,
wound.
it can enter your genitalia through the mucosa, through the mouth, eyes, and nose.
Lalo na kung nakasink yung half of their
Yes,
body,
right.
di ba?
That's why when I
even
was
their-
looking at them with that, I was already worried. These people are already exposed, and I'm sure in the next 4 weeks, we have a lot of people with fever and diarrhea, and that is a big problem.
So kaya nga ang what our district will do is that you mentioned earlier is that we will have this medical caravan, and your club, Rotary Club of Makati San Miguel, we're so blessed, that District 3830, for which I belong also, as this president of Rotary Club Makati Nielsen is part of your team, that we will provide this medical support
Yes.
in a medical caravan, and we will go from what places with these
The
municipalities.
3 most affected areas, the medical caravan of our district, 3830, we first want to go to Pateros, which is
Yeah.
mostly affected.
Right.
Then we go to Taguig, and we go to Muntinlupa. These are the 3 districts that are severely affected, and Rotary of our district is very much concerned. And we are now working on three medical missions for the medical caravan that we have. And we hope that by the time we serve these areas, a lot of people will be saved from leptospirosis and all kinds of diseases.
So when will you start the medical caravan? I understand that you're buying already some medicines.
Yes, we are buying now the medicines, and we might start this first one will be on Saturday at Pateros. The next
Also
one
this
next Saturday will be in Taguig, and then the next one will be in Alabang, Muntinlupa, I mean.
Okay. So